Good morning and welcome. This is an Eyes Open Network update for the Russian fighter jet that was downed by Turkish jets. We're trying to give you as many updates as possible, keep you in the loop so you don't have to go searching the networks to try and find out the answers. Hopefully we can bring them all here for you at the Eyes Open Network. This is event that took place yesterday. Seems to have has turned into a he said, she said scenario. Russia claims that the airbase radar shows that the attacking Turkish plane actually violated the Syrian airspace in order to attack the jet. If you look at the image that I've provided, you can see that the Russian jet was not in Turkish airspace, aside from that tiny little spot at the bottom there where you'll see, but it's very small. And if you look at the flight pattern of that Turkish jet, it definitely was heading directly into Syria. So if this is an accurate depiction of where the planes were flying, then Russians' claims seem to be accurate, but then Turkey also says their claims are accurate. So it's a he said, she said situation, and the NATO forces and they're just all sort of being very cagey about everything. I was reading an article on Zero Hedge regarding this flight path, and this is where I got the images from. And Russia also rebukes the fact that there was any contact made with the fighter jet, the Russian jet, in order to have them clear out. So what has Russia done? Russia has decided that they're not going to attack Turkey. They've openly said they're not going to attack them. They're not going to cut off the partnership. They don't have any problem with the Turkish people. They don't trust the government. So they've canceled all meetings that they had scheduled, and they're also moving a rather large battleship into the Mediterranean Sea, right off the coast of Syria, in support for their airstrikes moving forward. So Russia claims the Air Base radar system records violation of Syrian airspace by attacking Turkish warplane. That comes from the Russian Defense Ministry. And they're escalating the situation, even though there's been requests for them to not escalate. The Russian Moskva cruiser is going to go into the coastal Latvia to strengthen air defense in Syria. So there's an image coming up on the screen here for the battleship and all of its powerful arsenal, and that's definitely a big message and a big move on the Russia's part. Let's be clear. Russia has stated very clearly that they have a three-step process here, and it's announced by the Russian top-level guys. Number one, each and every strike group's operation is to be carried out under the guise of fighter jets. Number two, air defense is to be boosted with the deployment of Moskva guided missile cruiser off Latvia coast with the aim to destroy any target that may pose danger. That's a serious statement. Number three, military contacts with Turkey will be suspended. So now Russia and Turkey aren't going to communicate about their military action. But if anything comes anywhere near a Russian jet in the Syrian airspace, Russia's going to blow it out of the sky. That's basically what they're telling you. So Russia has taken let's call it a passive-aggressive approach to the scenario, but they are moving. They have moved. They're deployed this battleship into the Syrian coast so that it can support the airstrikes from its Russian fighter jets. Meaning that, and it has openly stated that anything that is deemed a threat. This is an exact quote. We warn that every target posing a potential threat will be destroyed. End quote. Lieutenant General Sergei Redskoy, he had said during a briefing. That's Lieutenant Sergei Redskoy. had mentioned, quoted, "We warn that every target posing a potential threat will be destroyed. All military contacts with Turkey will be suspended." So these are quotes from their lieutenant general, that they are not playing games. Basically, the Russian Ministry of Defense explained, going forward, any Turkish plane that enters Syrian airspace will be fair game. So, they didn't escalate it by attacking Turkey directly, but they did let them know that if you fly into here, you're being fairly warned that we're going to blow you up. So if Turkey decides to push that envelope, I suspect Russia pulls the trigger. So does NATO want to test? Does NATO want to test Russia so that they can create an opportunity for a full-scale war? Not that World War III hasn't already begun, but in order to escalate things into a full-scale, knockdown, drag-out war between Russia and NATO, all it takes is for someone to, fly within pissing distance of any one of these Russian aircraft in Syrian airspace, and Russia's going to make a move. It's setting the stage, folks. You heard it here. Eyes Open Network. If you like what you hear on Eyes Open Network, if you like how we update, if you like the information that we're providing, please, hey, make some comments below. Let's get the conversation started. Let's get people talking. Let's get things happening. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Pass it around. Let people know that we're trying to do our best to get people's eyes open. Have yourself an awesome day, and take care.